Welcome to M&M Sports Podcast number 65. Tonight, I would describe things, it's a mixed bag of sorts. A mixed bag, some good, some bad, and we're going to jump right into the bad and get that out of the way. We all know what that is. When you're undefeated, expectations are, even higher than ever before. So basically, there was nowhere to go but down, Brian, unless you win a national title as far as Husker volleyball goes.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about numbers all year, Eric. The winning streaks, the set streaks, the home winning streaks. Just everything was going unbelievably well until it didn't. Mm-hmm. So, as former athletes, I know how I feel. None of those records that you set throughout the year, none of those streaks, none of that means anything to me if I'm playing, because ultimately I came up short. They have a lot to be proud of. They have a lot to be happy about, but to go down the way that they did, really for the second straight year in a game that they should have won. To me, you can throw all those numbers out the window because it doesn't mean a damn thing.
Yeah, when your standard is that high, when your expectations are that high, it's a good thing in theory.
Sure.
But when you lose, there's a shock factor that's involved in big time disappointment.
Yep. Because
you have one goal in mind.
Yeah.
And that's winning the whole damn thing. If you don't do that, there's disappointment abound.
Sure.
We're talking, obviously, coaches, players, fans. Yes, they're thinking, we didn't reach our ultimate goal this year.
No. And that's the difference between a good program and an average program. A good program is going to be disappointed more often than not.
Yeah, you want. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
You want that.
Yeah.
You want that. That means you're striving to be the best. That means obviously you've done something right as a team to have those lofty expectations.
I was just going to say, you set your sights high. Mm-hmm. You don't come into the year and say, "Boy, I would love to go 500."
Exactly.
My goal was, no matter what I did, was to come out on top.
Sure.
Anything less than that was a disappointment.
Yeah.
And it meant you go back to the drawing board.
Yep. And you try to turn that disappointment into motivation. We'll say for the kids that are coming back.
Yeah. Great first season for Coach Busboom Kelly. I mean, we're 33-1, but my guess is there's a lot of people from this area that bought tickets to that Final Four in Kansas City.
Sure.
Are you still going? If you were a big enough volleyball fan, would you still go?
I think that would really squelch my enthusiasm. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
No.
Yeah, if my team's out, I don't have that same desire to go watch.
No, I'd be on the seller's market,
right,
for sure. Not all's lost. I mean, we had 4 girls named to the All-American team. Andy Jackson, Harper Murray. Andy Jackson for the second time, Harper Murray for the third time. Bergen Riley for the third time, and senior Rebecca Alec gets her first All-American recognition. So, well represented, but still, it's. I'm sure if you ask any one of those 4 girls, the sting of that loss is going to stick around for a while.
Sure, yeah, another great season, but now the Husker volleyball team has not won a title, believe it or not, since 2017.
That's remarkable. I mean, to know our expectations and to know how close we've been, it's hard to believe it's been that long. It really is.
Yeah.
But it just goes to show that no matter how good you are, no matter how much you're prepared, no matter the recruits you have, things still have to fall into place just right.
That's sports. That is sports.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
I know with this, we had some illness on the team. I know we had some injuries. I don't care. You find a way to get through those. We have top-tier recruits to take their place if somebody's not playing up to par. I'm not going to use that as an excuse, but that is just something to keep in mind that we were not 100% going into this game. And, it always stings. It always stings to lose. Maybe it stings to lose a little more to a school like Texas A&M, Trev Alberts. I mean, we all know what's happened there, but my guess is we are going to reload, replace, and there's going to be something written on that whiteboard in that locker room from now until the start of next season that reminds this team, the remaining players, that they have not achieved their goal, and they're going to work twice as hard to get there.
Yeah, I totally agree, and I hope they strive to be that much better and finish things off next year.
Yeah, I think, let's throw that record out now. I don't care if we lose 5 or 6 matches next year. All that matters is getting to that final 4.
Yeah.
So let's make a push at that, and Husker Nation, be proud of this team, be proud of what they accomplished, but don't sell yourself short. Always expect a championship. Don't settle for the Elite Eight.
Well said. Okay, on to the positive news. Basketball teams, Brian, they've each won one game since we last talked. The ladies are now 11-0, ranked 23rd. They defeated Illinois State, the Illinois State Redbird ladies, 85-44 on Sunday. Husker ladies shot just over 52% from the field, 6 of 20 from three-point range, 5 of 6 from the line. Out-rebounded Illinois State 39-26. Assist to turnover ratio, Husker ladies 22 assists, 10 turnovers. Listen to this one. Illinois State, Brian, 3 assists and 18 turnovers.
Ugh.
That's a recipe for disaster right there.
Wow, yeah.
Hence that 85-44 final 41-point win for the Husker gals.
Yeah, if you're going to have that sort of assist to turnover ratio, you're not going to win many games.
Huskers had a lot of contributors this game. 4 gals in double digits. Britt Prince, 13 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds, just doing what she does. Petra Bozen, 14 points. Malpin, 11. Hargrove with 11. Johnson with 7. Williams with 7. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 different Husker ladies in the scoring. Scoring category in this one.
That's just great all around team effort there. You brought up the score, that 85-44 win, Eric. I want to say here, I'm looking at their schedule. The Husker women have not scored below 80 points all season.
That's
11 games
wild.
in.
That is wild.
80 is their lowest scoring game of the season.
Right.
They've hit the century mark 3 different times.
What would you call that? Beyond efficient?
Yeah, I mean, it's not easy.
You have to be able to execute well and
quick.
share the ball. Yeah.
I mean, it's not easy to score 100 points. Mm-hmm. I mean, you've got to really be not only shooting the ball well, but you're shooting pretty early in the possession.
Sure.
So,
I guess I meant, look for the open gal, making an easier shot for your teammate. But yes, they're hoisting shots early, and that shot clock's not running down. Scoring out on fast breaks as well at times. So.
Whatever they're doing it right.
Right. Next opponent for the Husker ladies, Cal Baptist, and then they host USC. Cal Baptist on Sunday, USC, as we talked about, Monday, December 29th, and then they head to Iowa on New Year's Day. So those will be 2 good tests to really measure where things stand right now. But
if you split those 2, you got to be pretty happy, right? I mean, obviously, you're more than likely to win at home against USC as opposed to on the road at Iowa, but who knows? I mean, the way this team's playing, we might get both of those wins. I'm not going to say we won't.
The way we're scoring right now,
Yep.
I wouldn't want to play the Nebraska Gals.
No, not at all.
On to the men. They get one of their bigger wins in quite some time. Really impressive and surprising win at Illinois, who was ranked 13th at the time. Nebraska went in there as a 10-point dog. They come out of there, Brian, with an 83-80 win, and they are currently ranked 15th in the nation, which is their highest ranking since the 1990-91 season.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew it had been a long time. I didn't realize it had been that long, but I did think we could give Illinois a game. I don't want to say I expected us to win, because I didn't, but I thought we could hang with them. But to get this win, especially Jamarcus Lawrence hitting that 3 as the clock expired. I mean, this was. I don't know if I want to say it was a signature win, but this win is going to hold a lot of weight as the season goes on.
I'm going to go ahead and say it is a signature win.
Okay.
I think Illinois is going to be, I'm going to say by the end of the year, they're going to be a top 4 to 5 team in the Big Ten Conference.
I agree. I
think they're loaded with talent. A road win like this, I think it is the best win of the big wins Nebraska's had so far, because it was a true road win against a team that was highly ranked in Illinois.
Yeah, to go into that environment and get that W, just phenomenal. Huskers, we talked about this last week. Every time they get a win, that confidence grows.
So does that winning streak they have.
Right.
Longest in the nation.
Yeah, 15.
The confidence and the winning streak continue to grow.
So not only to get that win, but you go on the road in a hostile environment and get that win. Now all of a sudden you're thinking, hey, we can beat anybody. How many times can you say we're ranked higher than the Kansas Jayhawks? Mm-hmm. Not very often.
Right.
So this team it's feeling itself. Don't expect them to take a step back either. I mean, I don't, at this point, I don't see, barring something like an injury maybe, barring something along those lines, I do not see this team taking a step back.
They should be 13-0 going into that January 2nd showdown against Michigan State.
Which sold out, I saw today.
Not surprising.
Yep. I did see today that the latest bracketology rankings moved Nebraska up to a 5 seed now.
It's way early, but who cares? It's still fun to follow.
It's fun. Absolutely.
This game, I'll be honest, I watched it. Nebraska jumped out to a huge early lead. At one point, with 5 minutes left in the first half, they were up 34-21, and then Illinois went on a run right before the half.
Just stormed back.
To tie the game at 37, and I'll be honest, I thought we probably missed our opportunity.
Yes, I did
when
too.
we blew that huge lead,
Yep.
I thought, man, I think we missed our opportunity. But then the second half, they come out, pick up right where they left off as far as building that lead back up as they did to start the game. And they held them off 83-80. Of course, Jamarcus Lawrence hitting that 3-pointer with a second left. That was fun.
Yeah.
There hasn't been many buzzer beaters that hold a lot of significance in the history of Nebraska basketball.
True.
I remember Jamar Johnson hitting one. We're talking early 90s. I think it was 93 against Kansas, and I believe it was on a Monday night where they knocked off, I think, a KU team that was ranked like 3rd in the nation.
I think you're right.
I remember that one.
Yep.
But there just hasn't been a lot of significant ones where Nebraska was playing for something like this one the other day.
Yeah, this was a great win. I 100% agree with you. I'm watching that game, and when they stormed back before the half, I thought, right. we just blew it.
I'm glad it wasn't just me, because especially on the road, you want to seize that opportunity and try to take some sort of a lead into half.
Even more of a reason to be excited about this squad, though. They weather that storm.
I was getting ready to say that was a great test right there. of their willpower
Yep.
to see how they would come out in the second half after blowing that big lead that they had.
And
so,
maybe a few calls, maybe that were going against them. But you got to expect that on the road.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
So to persevere, man, I tip my hat to this team right now, and I'm excited.
Right.
They've got me excited.
I mean, they have so many contributors right now. Sanford went nuts this game. 32 points. He was just on another orbit.
Yeah,
just
red hot early.
Crazy hot. Rink Math 17.7 board, just doing what he does. Jamarcus Lawrence 14.6 assists, 3 rebounds, complete game. Sammy Hoiberg 7 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds. That dude just finds a way to contribute each and every game. Garcia had a really nice run. I think he scored like 6 points in one big spurt, ended up with 10. Just one more contributor, and those were the main scorers for the Huskers on this given Saturday.
Yeah, you're gonna need multiple players to contribute to get wins like this in the Big Ten, and as the season goes on, so to see people like him stepping up, I mean, we're gonna need every one of those guys on that roster to contribute at some point.
The more depth, the better when you get into the meat of that Big Ten schedule.
Yep. But the Big Red are setting they're setting in the driver's seat right now in the Big Ten. They really are. I mean, they're obviously there's nothing they could do better at this point.
No,
right now you just got to make sure you don't have a
hiccup.
Yeah, you don't want to. Both of these next 2 games are going to be highly favored in. You get those wins, and then you prepare for Sparty.
North Dakota, New Hampshire on the 21st, and then the 30th, as we've discussed already in the last podcast. And then, like we said, right now, Michigan State is ranked 9th, and they will come to Lincoln January 2nd for a late night game, 8 p.m. in Lincoln.
That place will be rowdy.
Yes, I would hope. I would be disappointed if it was not.
Yeah, going to be fun.
So, things are looking great on the basketball front.
Buckle in and get ready for the ride.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to some Husker football, Eric. We're still a couple weeks out from the bowl game out in Las Vegas, but the ever-shifting college football, it just...
The carousel that is players leaving and players coming in. Coaches as well. Yep.
Big news this week.
A revolving door, if you will.
Maybe the worst kept secret. Maybe not, but I mean, I actually did anticipate this. 5-star quarterback Dylan Raiola announced he was entering the transfer portal. A month ago, his brother decommitted. 2 weeks ago, his uncle got fired. I think the writing was on the wall. This was coming. This is a close family. But I'm not upset by it. That's what's weird. Like, I sat here and I think, I would love to see what he can turn into. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, if you don't want to play here, I don't want you here.
Right. I mean, that's the best way you can put it.
Yeah, if you're not playing for the right reasons, and from everything I understand, money was not an issue here. That the money that he was getting here is going to be comparable to whatever anybody else can offer.
Right.
So it's going to come down to either he's wanting to play for a better offensive line, which, again, comes back to Uncle Donnie, or he's wanting to play at a program where he has a chance to win a title. I don't know. But I wish the kid well. I'm not going to wish him harm, but at the same time, I'm not going to be going out of my way rooting for him either.
Right. It's the reality of what college sports in general are right now.
Yeah.
It really is a revolving door of kids coming and going. At the end of the day, you just have to hope that you bring in more dudes than you lose.
Yeah.
That can be said for any and every school. You're going to lose some. You're going to bring some new ones in. You got to hope your additions are better than your subtractions.
I love that. And, I think a big thing to address this year is going to be the offensive and defensive lines. And I expect our coaching staff to address those concerns. And I don't know if we'll get a quarterback in the portal. I don't know if we look for TJ Lateef. I don't know if we look to one of the other guys.
Right.
I mean, but I'm not going to get hung up on Dylan Raiola being here or not, because one man's not going to make or break this
Correct.
team. So we're gonna get ready for the bowl game. We're gonna move on without him, and we're gonna hope by this time next year we're in a better place than we are right now.
Exactly. All right, NFL, going back to Thursday, Tampa Bay, bad loss against the Falcons, Brian.
Yeah, bad
Another
loss.
setback for them a week after losing to the Saints. So right now, Tampa Bay is kind of on the outside looking in. Now to the most significant news of the weekend, 2 huge injuries. I would actually argue, people were going to say you're crazy, I would argue that Micah Parsons is the more significant injury because the Packers, I believe, had a legitimate chance to get to the Super Bowl, whereas I think if the Chiefs would have won, they're still not going to make the playoffs.
No.
And if Patrick Mahomes is back to start next season, I don't view that injury as significant as Micah Parsons' injury. Does that make any sense?
It does. It makes perfect sense.
Now, the shock value of Patrick Mahomes getting hurt is a bigger deal, of course, around here. But the more impactful one for this season, I believe, in my opinion, is Micah Parsons.
Yeah, because, Green Bay had a legitimate shot. This definitely, they're still there, but this definitely hurts their cause a little bit.
Yeah, just watching him, you can see how often he gets near the quarterback.
Sure.
He doesn't always finish
don't
the
have to
play
hit it,
off,
yeah.
but if you get in there, you get him flushed out of the pocket, get him flustered, and that opens up opportunities for other guys to finish the play.
You knew when he went down that was the issue, too.
Right.
I did not. Honestly, when Mahomes went down, I thought, it's just another Mahomes going to hobble around and pretend like he's hurt and then get up and lead him to a win. Mm-hmm. Mahomes has already had surgery.
Right.
He's already begun rehab. And the Chiefs think he might be ready to play by week 1.
Sure.
I don't see that happening. I don't think you rush this. I think those first couple weeks, I give him that extra time to recover, get ready. If it's me, but I'm not the one paying him.
Sure. I think they will play it smart.
They should.
Yeah.
They should. Absolutely.
A quarterback with the accolades, the success he's had, I think they'll play it.
Yeah, you don't want to rush that.
Play it very cautious and smart, I would say. And let's just be honest, with the success the Chiefs have had over the years, one of the biggest reasons is because Mahomes has stayed healthy.
And we have discussed
You have to be a little lucky.
Yeah.
Tom Brady, great quarterback and also one of the luckier guys I've ever seen in my life.
Sure.
He played 20 years, and there was 1 year he got knocked out for the season. So basically played... I'm not saying he didn't play through pain. I'm saying he had one major injury that kept him from playing. So he basically was healthy 19 out of the 20 years he played. That's called good fortune.
That's great fortune. And up to this point, yes, Mahomes he's been very fortunate. Mm-hmm. We've seen him hobble. We've seen this and that. He's been able to play through it. But we've always said, be ready for it. Basically. It's
called law of averages.
Yeah.
For people that get tired of me saying that, I don't care because it's true.
If you're playing, it's going to happen.
Right. Sports comes with just that.
Yes.
Law of averages. A dude plays X amount of years.
Yep.
Dude's probably going to get hurt at some point regardless of the sport.
And he'll be fine. He'll be back. Chiefs fans, don't worry.
Right.
However, the stranglehold on the division that they've had for so long is gone. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a driver.
It could be.
You get complacent.
Yep.
So maybe this is what he needs. Maybe this is what Andy Reid needs.
You know he's going to view it as just another challenge.
Absolutely.
Because that's the competitor that he is.
Yeah.
I've thrown out the Michael Jordan comparison. Yep. That's what it reminds me of. He reminds me of Michael Jordan as far as looking for that next challenge.
Yeah. You give him a reason, he's going to find it, and he's going to exploit it.
So nothing but respect for the way he approaches, each and every day of his life, I guess, as far as sports goes. I don't know about anything else, but he attacks each and every day. He wants to get better.
Best of luck in your rehab.
Exactly. On to the rest of the games. Houston continues to be red hot. They trounce Arizona 40-20. They are on fire right now. Philadelphia bounces back in a big way with a 31-zip win over Vegas. Jacksonville is hot as hot can be. 5th win in a row. Rout the Jets. Lawrence accounts for 6 touchdowns, 48-20 final. Chicago Bears with a solid 31-3 win over the Browns. Buffalo comes back after being down big early. Win a shootout. Wow. Very impressive win at New England, facing adversity after being down by, 24-3, I believe.
Yeah.
Ended up winning 35-31, so they passed a big mental barrier by, overcoming that big deficit they were facing. That's only going to make them that much more confident.
For sure.
And give them a chance to win that division. They lose that game, they can kiss the division goodbye.
Yeah, and it ended the Patriots' 10-game streak. I mean, huge.
Baltimore shuts out the Bengals 24-0 in Cincinnati. Big win for the Ravens. Chargers got one out over the Chiefs 16-13. Another ugly win, but it doesn't matter. It's a win.
The win's a win.
Mahomes, of course, the big news of that game. Seattle wins 18-16 on a walk-off field goal at the end. 6 field goals account for their 18 points. They defeat the Colts and Phillip Rivers, who gave a great effort in this one, but they come up just a little short. 44-year-old Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, I mean, I was definitely pulling for him coming out of retirement. I mean, how many guys can get a call and, 10 days later you're starting? He's been retired for almost 5 seasons.
Hasn't played since 2020, yeah.
So to step back into that role, I am color me impressed with Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, you don't have to be a fan of the Colts and Phillip Rivers to respect the fact that he's out there playing at his age.
Kudos to him.
Exactly. Green Bay, they had a few injuries on this day. Micah Parsons, the biggest one. I think the Christian Watson, I believe, avoided a serious injury anyway. They jump out to a big lead, but lose players, lose momentum, end up losing the game. Denver, hottest team in the NFL, they win at home 34-26 over the Pack. Moving on, the Rams win a shootout 41-34 at home over Detroit. Matthew Stafford continues to amaze at his age, 17th year in the league. All he's doing is throwing touchdowns left and right. San Fran, coming off a bye, wins 37-24 at home over Tennessee. And Sunday night, the Vikings put the kibosh on Dallas, 34-26. Vikings win in Big D.
NFC West right now, toughest division in football.
Bar none, I would say.
That's the Rams, the Seahawks, and the Niners. I mean, you're talking 11-3, 11-3, and 10-4.
Yeah,
just a strong division right now, and any one of those teams, I would say, could be favored to be in the Super Bowl from the NFC right now.
Fair. Yeah, I don't see how anybody could dispute that. No. And then Monday night, Pittsburgh wins 28-15 against Miami and Pitt. Them and Baltimore are kind of duking it out to see who's going to prevail in the AFC North, and that's a wrap on last week's NFL games.
Steelers just kind of keep doing just enough.
Yeah,
just
that's
enough.
A great way to put it.
Yep.
Thursday night, the Rams head to Seattle, the division you were just talking about. Seattle, a 2-point favorite at home over the Rams. That should be a hell of a game.
It should be. I think being at home, I would give the nod to Seattle, but expect a very tight contest.
I agree. We got a little Saturday action.
Okay, it's that time of year.
That time of year. Green Bay heads to Chicago. This one's more than likely for the division title. It's a pick'em game.
A week ago, I think I might have went with Green Bay, but I think I'm going to go with the Bears.
Give me the Bears. Green Bay just beat them. They're without Micah Parsons.
Yep.
Chicago at home. Yep.
I think the Bears get it and pretty well wrap up the division with the win.
Philadelphia heads to Washington. Philadelphia's a 6.5-point favorite. They're trying to officially win the division. They've unofficially won it with Dallas losing to Minnesota that last game and Philly beating Vegas.
Yeah.
That should make that a done deal.
Yep.
Those are your two Saturday games. Sunday, Buffalo heads to Cleveland. Buffalo, a 10-point favorite. They should take care of business in that one. Other games of significance. Tampa Bay, 3-point favorite at Carolina.
Boy, I mean, really, the winner of that game's in control of the NFC South for sure.
Right. Kansas City heads to Tennessee. Who would have thought before the year that game wouldn't mean much of anything? Chiefs are still going for a winning season. I guess they'll see what they have in Gardner Minshew.
Yeah, I mean, I know what he was before at Vegas, so I wouldn't expect much Kansas City.
Dallas, a 2-point favorite at home against the Chargers.
Now, Chargers are going to walk away with that one.
Red Hot Denver, a 3-point favorite at home against Red Hot Jacksonville. Obviously, Denver's the hotter team, but Jacksonville's won 5 in a row as well.
Give me the Jaguars to pull off the upset.
Okay.
I hate to go against Denver right now, but I think, honestly, I think a loss this time of year for a team that's won 11 straight is probably a good thing. As long as it's a close loss.
Sure. Pittsburgh travels to Detroit to take on the Lions. Detroit's a 7-point favorite. You can give me Detroit minus the 7.
I'm with you.
Your Raiders head to Houston. Red Hot Houston, a 14-point favorite over Vegas.
Houston might win this one 34-0.
I believe that just about covers, like I said, games of significance, per se.
Yep, we're getting to the point where we're starting to wrap things up here.
One more Monday night. San Fran travels to Indianapolis to take on the Colts and Phillip Rivers, and San Fran's a 6-point favorite.
As much as I want to go with Phillip Rivers here, I just think San Fran's too tough.
Okay.
I think the Niners are going to come out of that one with the win.
College football. Friday, we have Alabama and Oklahoma.
Ooh.
That is
showing
Oklahoma as a 1-point favorite at home.
You know what? I think the Sooners get the win. I think the Sooners can beat Alabama.
Give me Oklahoma. Give me Oklahoma as well.
Yep.
I'll side with you on that one.
I think it'll be fun.
Yep, that is the one game on Friday as far as the big games go. And then we have 11 a.m. on Saturday. Miami heads to Texas A&M. Texas A&M is a 3-point favorite at home against the Canes.
I mean, this is one of those games where I'd like to see both teams lose. I know that's not
possible, Brian.
But I think A&M at home is just too tough. I really do.
Give me A&M at home as well. I mean, man, playing at home in a playoff game is such a big advantage.
Wouldn't that be fun? Oh.
The midday game, the Green Wave of Tulane heads to Ole Miss to take on the Lane Kiffinless Ole Miss squad.
I mean, I don't think that probably helps matters, but I just don't think Tulane's on the same path right now as what Ole Miss is.
Give me Tulane plus the 17.5 just for fun.
Well,
that's a big number.
That is a big number.
Right.
I'm going with Ole Miss, but with those numbers, I would take Tulane.
And give me James Madison plus 21 in Oregon. I'll take both the big dogs.
Okay. I will disagree with you on that one. I think Oregon will rout James Madison.
Okay. Yeah. Those are your 3 Saturday games.
Okay.
We're getting into it.
We'll have a lot more to discuss next week as we get even deeper. If you're looking for something to do this weekend, I see here Kansas City at Tennessee. If you want to drive down there, you can get a ticket for $27. That's pretty cheap right now. I don't know the last time I've never gone to an NFL game for $27.
That's pretty wild. So. But no, thank you.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't.
It just doesn't hold much significance, that game.
No, at this point of the year,
you wouldn't even be able to see Mahomes play.
No, this time of year, I'm only watching the games that matter.
Right.
I mean, if my team is not playing, I'm not watching just for the heck of it.
Right. If there's any baseball fans out there listening, we're going to dive into a little Royals talk next podcast, maybe the podcast after one of the next couple here. We'll break down the moves that they've made thus far.
Yep. Busy off season, and hopefully it gets just a little busier.
Yeah. All sorts of rumors about, possible trades, what have you, like there always are this time of year.
Sure. It's fun to think of all those possibilities.
Of new additions,
Yep. You can always dream.
Exactly.
Well, we're going to call it a night. We're going to be back here next week. We appreciate everyone who listens to us. And hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and tell your friends.
Yep, thank you.